Good evening from Galactic Public Radio on NC. I'm Spencer McDunn, and these are the top headlines from around the known galaxy. Another explosion claims the lives of thousands of Starport residents. For the latest, we go to Smooth Furnace in the Parisa system.
Thanks, Spencer. Another terrorist attack carried out by the Neo-Marlinist Liberation Army has narrowly missed killing members of the Duval imperial family. But even though the intended targets, Imperator Hadrian Duval and his wife Lady Astrid Minerva Duval, escaped the caustic bombs, many thousands of residents of Dyson City in the Parisa system were not so fortunate. A last-minute communications intercept gave Praetor Leo Magnus of the affiliated counter-terrorism unit enough warning to extricate the illegitimate grandson of Hengist Duval and his pregnant wife out of harm's way. With the imperial family safe and rescue operations underway, efforts are now concentrating on locating the persons responsible. The most promising leads are focused on the remnants of the original Theta 7 group, who designed and delivered the first caustic starport bombs. Praetor Magnus told the media, quote, "According to the communications we intercepted, Theta 7 and half of his followers went into hiding after the attacks against the Marlinist colonies in July. The others continued their terror campaign and were responsible for this latest atrocity. ACT is currently pursuing leads and hopes to learn more soon." End quote. Several commentators have told GPR off the record that the NMLA's stated goal of ending the Imperial line and restoring the Old Republic are at odds with their targets and their tactics. With no clear successor to the current Emperor, a killing blow aimed at Arissa Laveni Duval would be a much more effective strike. However, it may simply be that a distant relation like Hadrian is simply a softer target, and an easier way to gain publicity. Is the NMLA simply lashing out at any available target, or is the attack on Hadrian part of a larger strategy? From the Parisa system, for Galactic Public Radio, I'm Smooth Furnace.
Thanks, Smooth. Orion University is beginning the necessary legal and travel requirements to reclaim the Dredger-class megaship it has proven belonged to a predecessor college. Launched in 3088 on a scientific expedition, the generically named Dredger J403 was part of the assets of the former Scriveners College. It was merged into Orion University in 3125. While court documents have approved the chain of legal title to the ship, its chain of custody is another matter. There were no reports of any subsequent transfers, deals, or registrations. The records apparently just stopped for over 180 years. It seems likely that there is a missing sales transfer or theft report in hidden historical records that were not shown to the court. Additionally, major insurers are scouring their records to see if Orion U ever filed a claim for the megaship's loss. Legal commentators are already voicing concerns over the maneuver, with one lawyer telling GPR, quote, "Almost 2 centuries is a long time to go without registering, flagging, or tagging a megaship. If OU wants to perfect its ownership, it may be facing hard questions from its local taxation and flight registry bureaus. I'd hate to see the bills for 200 years of IFF tags. It's probably cheaper to buy a new ship." End quote. Finally, in local news, a rash of fleet carrier absences from the surrounding star systems has freight managers scrambling for stopgap solutions. A massive discount on carrier facilities prompted a number of captains to abandon their usual routes for much-needed upgrade. Guard Frequency Response Deputy Assistant Director Richard Clemens told GPR, quote, "If this sales extravaganza only lasts a week or so, we should weather the storm appropriately. However, if the carriers don't return to their usual stations shortly after, it's going to cause major headaches for independent pilots and major companies alike. It's amazing to me how little time it took the Brewers Corporation carriers to go from an expensive trophy to an economic necessity. The latest project to build a fleet carrier logistics chain from the bubble to Colonia is just the latest example of their importance in our prosperity." End quote. Until the next turn of the worlds for Galactic Public Radio, I'm Spencer McDunn. Good night.